Brad Flahive last updated 1042, November 4, 2017. The octomite is their example of a complex alien that has undergone natural selection and so is composed of many different parts. A group of scientists at Oxford University claim aliens might appear a little different than ET or your everyday Klingon. In a paper published in the International Journal of Astrobiology, the zoology department at Oxford claims aliens' appearance would be affected by natural selection, the key to Darwin's theory of evolution. Forget large eyes or pointy ears, but think of natural adaptations that allow it to dominate its environment, like a giraffe's neck length allowed access to more food so it lived longer to have more offspring. These illustrations represent different levels of adaptive complexity we might imagine when thinking about aliens, a simple replicating molecule, with no apparent design. This may or may not undergo natural selection, be an incredibly simple, cell-like entity. Even something this simple has sufficient contrivance of parts that it must undergo natural selection. See, an alien with many intricate parts working together is likely to have undergone major transitions. The authors argue a complex alien might consist of a hierarchy of entities, where each lower-level collection of entities has aligned evolutionary interests such that conflict is effectively eliminated. Read more. Las Vegas billionaire who works with NASA convinced aliens exist and they're on Earth. Elon Musk's SpaceX nails landing at sea. Mystery flashes maybe aliens at work, say scientists. The entities divide the labor needed to survive and are therefore mutually dependent. There are at least 100 billion planets in our galaxy alone. Natural selection is the only way we know to get the kinds of life forms we are familiar with, from viruses to trees. By familiar they are lifelike in the sense that they stand out from the background of rocks and gases because they appear to be busy trying to replicate themselves. They write, we can ask then, will aliens undergo natural selection? Evolutionary theory tells us that, for all but the most transient and simple molecules, the answer is yes. Without a designer, the only way to get something with the apparent purpose of replicating itself, something like a cell or a virus, is through natural selection. There are at least 100 billion planets in our galaxy alone, and at least 20% of them are likely to fall in the habitable zone, the region of space capable of producing a biosphere. They predict that if even 0.001% of those planets evolved life, that would mean 200,000 life-harboring planets in our galaxy, and it would only take one alien life form for our conception of the universe to change dramatically. They claim a mechanistic understanding of what is on Earth is a good way to predict that are independent of the Earth-like conditions. Combining both approaches is the best way to make predictions about the many hundreds, thousands or millions of hypothetical aliens. Now we just need to find them. Stuff.